Your father asked that I keep it, and keep it I shall. Maybe one day... Oh, if only.
Don't, Mother. Don't cry. We'll manage, you'll see. I could use this money to get a doctor.
There is only one doctor in Amsterdam that could be of help. Dr. Berkman. But the little money that you have, dear, would never be enough for him.
I have heard of Dr. Berkman, Mother. He is a very sad man. They say he has never been the same, not since his son Lawrence disappeared years ago without a word.
Yes, it was about the same time that your father suffered his accident. Another sad story. But now go on with your children. You, Hans, you go and buy your skates. I want you to have them.
Yes, Mother. I thank you.
There now. Be off with you.
Hans! Hans Brinker! Peter, must you call that rag picker over here?
Carl, I like young Hans, and frankly, Hilda has told me of your attitude, and I can't understand it. In fact, I like him well enough to invite him to join us on our skating trip with the others to Amsterdam.
What? Would you really invite him along? What for?
Well, why not?
Well, for one thing, he would slow down the whole trip. He doesn't even have a real pair of skates.
That's not a good enough reason. Not for me, Carl. Hans Brinker, where are you going?
Peter, I want to thank you for the money. Because of it, I am off to buy myself a pair of skates.
Wonderful. Then perhaps you can join me and some of the other boys. We're going off on a skating expedition to Amsterdam. We'll return before the races begin, of course.
I don't think I could join you.
Look, we leave in the morning. Why don't we stop by your cottage?
Peter, really, don't you think we should ask the boys about
Be
it first?
quiet, Carl. Hans, ask your mother if you could go, and we'll come by before we leave.
I'll ask her, Peter. Thank you for asking me along. I must go and buy my skates now. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Until tomorrow.
Ma'am, I wish to purchase a pair of skates.
Just one moment, son. Herr Doctor. Dr. Berkman, thank you for coming by. My husband is...
Your husband will be fine in a few days. He'll be back in the shop working alongside you very soon. Just make sure he has plenty of rest.
Yes, Dr. Berkman.
Dr. Berkman?
Well, what is it, young man?
I'm sorry to intrude. You see, sir, my father, he's very ill. He suffered this accident some 10 years ago, and his mind, well, he's never been right since, and, well, I was told...
Here, boy, don't bother the good doctor.
Who is this lad?
Oh, he's Ralph Brinker's boy, Hans.
He reminds me so much of my missing son, Lawrence. His eyes.
Tragic story, Doctor. I'm sure you heard of Ralph Brinker's deranged mind. He's crazy.
He is not crazy. It is just that he can't remember anything. He just sits in stone silence and says nothing.
I've heard of cases like this. In fact, I once worked on such a case.
Oh, Doctor, if you could just come by and see my father...
Well, I can't come now. I must be in Amsterdam tonight, and so I leave at once. I will return one day soon, and when I do, I shall drop by and look in on your father.
But, Doctor, he truly needs your help now. We have not called on you because of the money.
Have I mentioned money?
Well, no, sir.
Well, then why do you?
It's only that I've heard
Well,
that...
forget what you've heard. I will look in on your father one day. For now, I must be off.
Goodbye, Doctor.
You're a good lad. You remind me so of my lost son, Lawrence. Well, then, goodbye.
Hans, the boys and I are leaving. Did you speak to your mother? Hans, what is it? You look as though you've seen a ghost. Gretel, why are you crying?
Peter, I can't go with you. While I was in town buying my skates, my father tried to set fire to the house. If it weren't for Gretel, the place would now be in ashes. Peter, he's very ill now. So much worse than before. I'm afraid. I must find Dr. Berkman. He said he would look in on my father. We need him now.
Why, he lives in Amsterdam, Hans. Look, I'm going there with the boys. I'll locate him for you, tell him of the emergency, and have him come directly to you.
Peter, would you do that?
You're my friend, aren't you? Of course I'll do it.
Oh, then hurry, Peter, please. Before it's too late for my father. Hurry!
We're on our way, and Dr. Berkman will be here in time. I promise you.
Peter, you are a friend in need. A true friend, and I won't forget you for this.
Goodbye, Hans. Goodbye, Gretel.
Hans Brinker's friend Peter was on his way. The boys dashed off in a race against time. They would have to get to Amsterdam and find Dr. Berkman before it was too late. As the winter night closed in on the Zuider Zee, the small figures of the skaters could be seen dashing across the canal. Would they be in time?